In this lesson, we're going to add a Lightbox. So you want to go over here, you want to click on add the element, and let's go over to Lightbox. So you click on there. Now once you click on the Lightbox, you don't really notice anything on the screen just yet. So you have to look at the very bottom here. This is where the Lightbox shows up. And a Lightbox is a really cool feature that allows you to create some really cool things you're going to see here in a minute. So let's click on this edit. When you click on the edit, you notice that you get this Lightbox show up here. There's nothing on here, it's just white. But the purpose of a Lightbox is to highlight this item that pops out. If you notice here, everything in the page kind of seems a little dimmer, and this Lightbox is popping out. And you can choose the position for the Lightbox to the right, you can choose to the bottom, you can choose to the center, whatever position that you want it to be. You can choose to close, icon close. So right now, the color of this little X here, that's black. So you want to click on this color, and you can either go here and choose a color, and it's going to automatically change that, or you can just come here and just use this wheel here just to kind of go through and pick out a color that you think will look good for that. So that gives a lot of flexibility there. So you can pretty much choose, do you want it to be in the center? Let me move this here. So now the X is in the center. If you want it to be in the left, it's in the left. So I'm going to put it in the center. You pretty much can put it anywhere that you want it to be. And then for the trigger, what triggers the Lightbox is you can choose time delay. So after a certain time it pops up, or scrolling delay. After someone scroll through a certain percentage of the page, then the Lightbox pop up. Or the bottom page, it shows 1 per session. And then the duration, you can choose that 1 to whatever you want it to be there. And the intent, so someone is trying to exit your page, and the moment that their mouse come up to exit, that Lightbox is going to automatically just pop up with whatever message that you want. So if you want a message to say, oh, don't leave yet, or whatever you want it to say, you can put that there. So I am going to just leave this right there at the time delay just for that. I'll probably create another video so it's a little more extensive with these here. Okay, so let's go back now and click on this little X. You can change the background overlay too. So if you want the overlay to be a different color, you can choose that. I'm just choosing different color now, stuff here. So you can choose whatever color that you want the background overlay to be. So you've choose the picture now, but yeah, there's nothing that will see anything on here. The reason is that you can still add another item on top of the Lightbox, which is what makes this super cool. So you want to click on add new element. So you can choose any item here, any element to go into the Lightbox. So for this example, I'm going to choose a video. So I'm going to click on that video. So when you do that, nothing shows up. It just shows you a blank background screen, and there's nothing there. But that video has been added to the Lightbox. So that's going to pop up now. And this is where you get to choose for the video customization. You can get to choose here your video source. So you click on this drop down. Do you want it to be a Vimeo, a YouTube, or a source file? For this one, I'm going to use a YouTube video, which I already grabbed from on the video tutorial set here. So you grab this ID. You don't grab the entire link. You grab just this ID here, and then you come here where it says video ID. You copy and paste. So if you're on Vimeo, you do the exact same thing, and this is where you want to set the start and how many seconds. And you have the option too to select, do you want this to autoplay? So if I choose autoplay, it's going to automatically start to play. You can choose controls. Do you want to hide the controls? It's going to hide it. And I'm going to take the show info off, and it's going to have just that YouTube brand in there. So I'm going to keep this too for now. And you can choose to the value here. This is for the shadow. If you notice right at the very bottom of the video, the shadow is there, and I can choose the shadow color that I want. And as you move it, then you kind of see that. So let me move this all the way up. Now you see that red shadow. So if I want to put this to like a blue or orange or yellow or whatever, I can put that there, or just kind of with the overlay, just drag that down or drag it all the way up. So now you have the color, and you go over to the layout. You can mess with these here, but the border, once again, every item has a border. So if you wanted to be create something cool or whatever, you can choose the border radius here. The higher you go, the more circular it becomes. You can choose the color for that too by clicking on there, and just kind of choose that and have some cool stuff there. And you can choose the border width So that's there. But I'm just going to set this back to 0. And if you want it somewhat a little bit there, you pretty much get to choose that. And general. So now that you have that, you click on that X. So anytime that someone comes on this page, that's what's going to happen. They're going to get that. Or if you want to edit this here, then let me pause that. If you want to edit the Lightbox, you can choose the position. Let's move it in the top, move it at the bottom, put it back in the center, and you can choose the time delay or for the scrolling. So anytime that this scroll past 50% of the page or half of the page, that is going to pop up. So feel free to kind of mess with this. Choose the trigger that you want. The bottom of the page, exit intent. Once again, if someone's tried to, try to exit off that page, or the moment that their mouse go above a certain part of your page, that is going to pop up. So that's some pretty cool stuff that you can do with that. And then you can pretty much just exit out.